I was a football coach.
As Spires. She is joined by her parents Rebecca and Rick Spires. Congratulations, ladies, and best of luck next year. Now please join me in celebrating our senior football players. Families, please step forward when your son's name is called. Starting off number 2, Andrew Renistis. On his family tonight, Mom and stepdad Gina and David Russo. His father Ben Renistis, stepmom Claire Flint. Also here is his brother Alex.
Ouch.
Come on, keep a straight line.
Number 5, Thomas Rice. Joining him are his parents Kate and Kieran Rice and his siblings Kieran Jr. and Erica. Number 7, Joe Michael. His here with his parents, Brian and Ann Michael, and sisters, Hannah and Kate. Number 10, Andrew Chen. He's joined by his sister, Jessica.
One more. All right. You get the evil eye, man. No. No, that's mine.
Number 21, Owen Christopher, is here with Mom Mary Christopher, along with sisters Laura and Courtney Christopher, Father David, and grandmother Thelma. Number 25, Colin Chandonette, is joined by his parents Susan and Pete Chandonette and his sister Erin Chandonette.
What's the online for? They're all over the place.
If your hockey team got eliminated.
Number 26, Hunter Bedford,
He lost the
here with his parents and his sister Maddie.
in the semi.
Have 2 chairs? So sweet.
Oh, I guess I better get this up. Yeah.
Anything, sweetheart? Wait, do that again.
Number 32, Russell Aruma, joined by Kenny Irwin With this grade, his grandmother and sisters, Cece, and
Do it again, Eddie. No, you sit in the chair. I'm good. You don't? Oh, well, yeah.
Wait, I'll forget.
Thank you. I'll sit here where you're sitting.
Your chair's right there. The chair's wet. Hello, Eddie. Thank you for holding
Lucy's
space.
drag because your thing is on it. How was your day with your dad?
You know, you're going out live over this boom right now. You're going out live over this boom because we have to pick this. So say hi to everybody at home.
number 39.
You won't be during the game.
Here tonight with his parents, Rebecca and Charlie O'Neill. Number 49. Manager,
Timberland.
statistician,
But this is 7:30. Wrong. It's 2 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock tomorrow. That's the team.
Timberland, 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Number 59, George Detagus is joined by his parents James and Rita Detagus. With them is his sister Anna.
Got my notes.
Rachel, Hunter, that ball's dropped off.
Number 62, Hunter Ducharme is here with his mom, Sarah Ducharme, brother Nicholas, and sister Amber. Number 71, Jake Bonsa is joined by his dad, Mike Bonsa, his mom, Tracy Davey, and stepdad, Jake Cavallaro. Number 76, Ethan Kemp is with his mom and dad, Amy and John Kemp. In addition, is his sister Carolyn.
At least this part.
23, 1072, streaming on the website too.
Is Corey putting it out on his YouTube?
I don't know, I know we're pushing on our YouTube channel on Facebook.
Number 77, Magnus Steele is joined by his parents, Selena and Patrick Steele, and his sister Tina.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's going to Corey still. George is hearing everything. That's my boy back there.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Number 79, Nick Boulette is with his parents, Ned and Mark Boulette, and his brother, Patrick Boulette.
Any idea who's starting, who the main players are for Spaulding?
We're just trying to figure that out. So their quarterback is Hayden Melendez, and number 2. Running backs are Alex Ford, 28, 43, Isaac.
Gentlemen, on behalf of all your coaches and teammates, thank you for your dedication to the Bedford football program, and best of luck next year in your future endeavors. Fans, please join me again in congratulating all the seniors here tonight.
Exactly.
I'm going to the regular mic now.
Hello. Coming to you live from Bedford Stadium. Spaulding takes on the Bulldogs at 7 o'clock. Check. One more time. Check. 3, 1, 2. Level check. Level check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Level check, 1, 2, 3. take on the Bedford Bulldogs. I'm Harry Kozlowski along with Corey Munster-Tiger. Corey, it's been quite the year, and thanks to a loss by the Goffstown Grizzlies last week to Dover, Bedford is all but assured of having won the North Conference and hosting an opening round playoff game here next Saturday, 1 o'clock.
They seem to have wrapped up the number 2 seed in the Northeast bracket. That's North/East. That encompasses both of those two divisions. And they seem to have a fantastic storyline for their first playoff game, which will be a rematch against Exeter right here at home. We'll have to figure out the time and day. I believe it's next Saturday.
1 o'clock, I think it's the time. Yes.
Fantastic. And that should be an exciting one, as Exeter had a great game against Bedford in the second half.
Yeah, they made up a 12-0 deficit, took the lead 14-12, and then we all know what happened at the very end. Joe Michael kicked that 33-yarder for the win.
Buried the field goal from 33 yards out. 8 seconds left, and we're able to take home an outstanding come-from-behind victory in Exeter. So, yeah, it has been an up-and-down season. We've had some interesting scores from around the Division I football landscape, and certainly that one from last week of Goffstown losing to Dover was a little bit of a surprise, but helps solidify the playoff picture.
And on Wednesday, we had a chance to talk to Coach Zach Matthews. Let's take a listen to our interview. We're speaking with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs, coming off a big win against Concord on Friday. You must be happy with the way the team is performing now.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you get a victory, specifically on homecoming, that's a night for your kids to enjoy, that's the evening for your community to enjoy. So, yes, absolutely. Really pleased with how the kids are coming together and playing football right now.
Where have you seen the most growth in your team from training camp to today?
You know, I think one of the biggest things that goes unnoticed by a lot of people is communication. I think the communication that our kids are doing, specifically I'm talking offensive line wise, but even quarterback to receivers, defensively, defensive linemen to linebackers, I think we've seen the most growth with communication. Our kids communicating how to block different fronts, making adjustments, even communicating with coaches on what they're seeing on the field. A perfect example of that, Concord comes out last week, and they come out in a different front than we had seen on film or we had prepared for. And so it took a couple series, kids coming off, talking about this is where kids are lining up, this is what we're seeing. And, I'm really proud of the communication between our kids and our staff. And I think that's led to a lot of improvements in many areas.
While nothing is set in stone, right now it appears that Bedford has the North Conference locked up since Goffstown fell to Dover last Friday. How big is it to secure a home playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you look at it, and obviously I think that when you look at things within the North Conference, obviously Goffstown is the team that we were watching last week, and obviously when people told us that Dover knocked them off, I think it put us in a really good situation. You always go into a season, and number one, you hope to qualify for the playoffs, and you hope to protect your home field, and you absolutely strive to be able to earn a home playoff game for your kids. And so for us to be able to put ourselves in a situation going into the last week to earn that home playoff game, I think is just a testament to the hard work and the type of season our kids are having.
While not overlooking winless Spaulding, your opponent this Friday, how will you use the game to prepare the team for your playoff run?
I mean, I think to be honest, we're treating it like any other game, and really when you look at it, I think we're dealing with teenagers. We're dealing with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old young men. And I think you have to be careful of, looking what's down the road and kind of looking past what's directly in front of you. So, we had a challenging practice yesterday. We give the kids a scouting report. We game plan just like we have for every single other opponent this year. And I think that what we hope, obviously, is that execution continues to develop, that camaraderie, that communication continues to develop, and you hope to just put an exclamation point on the last regular season game and vault yourself into the playoffs while playing really good football.
Now, this Friday is senior night, and while you've only been with the program for 3 years, how well have you gotten to know your seniors on this team, and what kind of advice do you give them for their future endeavors?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's whenever you come into a program, and it doesn't matter what sport you're coaching, the first couple of years, it kind of feels like a mix of, your program and somebody else's. So you're trying to kind of learn, you're playing a catch-up game really to learn everything about the kids and kind of everything about them. So I haven't had this group of seniors for all 4 years. This is obviously the third year I've worked with them, but what I will say is I've had this group of seniors since they started playing varsity football. They played freshman football obviously the year before I came in, and so using Joe Michael as an example, we kind of grew in this program together. As he started his sophomore year, my first year here, and so definitely some special relationships have been developed with the kids, and whatever the biggest lessons, football is a great sport because it takes 11 people at once, and it's special because one person can't do it by themselves. And so I think the biggest thing is football, there's always adversity. We all have to cooperate, we all have to work together, and I hope that when our kids leave our football program, they understand that you're going to face adversity in other parts of your life. Football is a great example of it, but as we become adults, we share with the kids that things are going to pop up, right? Things are going to go bad sometimes, and you have to find a way to work with the people around you and just keep plugging away. And our kids have done a really good job kind of just plugging away. I think early in this season, you looked at it for this group of seniors, you lose the first game, and people start, or some other people could start doubting what you're doing. You lose another game to Goffstown, and people start to wonder what type of team you really have. And this group of seniors has just really battled through the season. And yes, there's been bumps in the road, but it's constantly the focus has been on getting better and making improvements. And I think we've put ourselves in a really good situation to finish off this year on a high note. And it's awesome to be able to have the last week of the regular season at home to celebrate this senior class, with their families.
Coach, congratulations on a great year. Good luck on Friday, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thank you very much.
Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs. The national anthem played by the Bedford band, and we're about ready for kickoff here. The Spaulding Raiders will be receiving.
They will. They won the toss. They chose to receive, so they will be going from left to right here for us. White jerseys, red numbers, red pants and helmets. Bedford in their home black uniforms. Helmets, jerseys, and pants black, white numbers. Band firing up the crowd. We do have a good student section here tonight, as Sunday is Halloween. A bunch of costumes on over there. We got Spider-Man, a big chicken costume. Saw a banana earlier.
Saw a big lobster running around a little while ago. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Big student section today.
They get into it.
And they're into it. They have their spirit going.
And we're ready to begin. Joe Michael tees the ball up for kickoff. Waits for the signal from the official, and here we go. Ball's in the air. Kick down deep. Received at the 13-yard line.
Wow.
And it's number 6 for Spaulding. Takes a pop there. Ryan Hervey gets it up to the 26-yard line. That's where Spaulding will begin.
Yeah, there was a good pop there away from the ball, too. Colby Snow going down with reckless abandon. Gotta love that on special teams play. Popped one of the blockers, one of the upbacks, getting after it early. I like to see that. Good physical contact, nothing illegal, just good hard football.
And Spaulding led by quarterback Caden Melendez. He's under center. A tight formation and handoff up the middle. Good for about a 3-yard gain. Trying to get the number of the ball carrier. Did you happen to catch that, Corey?
I believe it was 86, Emmett Colby. He's got a wide receiver number on, and he's listed in the program as a wide receiver and linebacker, but I saw him in warm-ups as he was the tailback in most of their formations.
They're going to give him a yard, mark him at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 9 here for the Raiders. Same formation. 2 in the backfield. Another handoff. Ooh, a few more yards there. Still pushing for yards. And this time it was number 15, Zach Lynch, carrying it up to the 34-yard line. Pretty good gainer there.
Yeah, watch this replay. You're going to have LaPointe coming down here. Boom, right there. Big block on Sabati in the backfield. Didn't really matter much on that play, but those downfield blocks really can help when that running back can bounce into the second level.
LaPointe's a big boy. 3rd and 2 here for the Raiders. They've got Colby in the backfield along with LaPointe. Melendez pitches it to Colby, and he tries to get that last yard, can't do it. He stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you see that play was made by Russell Irwin right there on the edge, playing one of those outside linebacker positions, came up and pushed his blocker right into the backfield, disrupted that play right from the beginning.
Makes it 4th down and 2.
Good play by the senior linebacker.
And it looks like the Raiders are going to punt this away, not risk field position this early in the game.
Back to punt for Spaulding.
Number 4, Michael Demmett is the punter for the Raiders. And just one receiver back for Bedford is Grudinskis, one of the seniors that were honored before the game. Here's the punt, low line drive. It's going to bounce in front of Grudinskis. Actually, he's just going to let it roll out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That's where Bedford will take over with 9:50 to go here in the first quarter and no score.
Yeah, liner there by Ryan Hervey. It was number 6, I think, that was punting there. Tough to tell the numbers from up here as they're not very distinct. We're behind some glass that's giving us a glare, so give Harry a break there. Ryan Hervey there, the 6'1 senior, was the punter on that play. Grudinskis didn't really have a play on it. It was like you said, it was a line drive. It bounced pretty early and a positive Spaulding bounce. So the Bulldogs take over on their own 31.
And Bedford on offense for the first time. 3 receiver set, 2 to the right. Michael in the backfield. He's got motion here from Taliaferro. Fakes a handoff, throws it down the middle. Just missed Grudinskis, a little too far for him.
Man, he had him. Man, he had him. Grudinskis had a step there. Good play action to Tagliaferro, who is in motion right here. Pulls it down, looks downfield, and he had him. Grudinskis had at least 2 steps on his cornerback, and the ball was just a little too deep by Joe Michael.
Yeah, about a yard or 2 too long. So 2nd down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Clock is stopped with 9:45 to go. You were talking about this winless Spaulding team. They actually came pretty close to beating Memorial last week. They fell 14-12, failing on their extra points. That was the difference in that game. This time 2 receivers are to the left, and it's a pitch out to Sphere. And there's a flag out. We'll see what that is. Could be a hold. Sphere gets about 6 yards on that carry, but we'll see what the officials say.
Yeah, most likely a hold. The near side official threw that out. Looks like Grudinskis might have been getting a little too much jersey, or maybe Henryshawn.
And that's exactly the call. So that's going to move the Bulldogs back 10 yards.
So 3 and out by Spaulding, and now some negative yardage plays, an incompletion by the Bulldogs. A little slow start for both offenses. Looks like we might have an injury on the Spaulding side, as one of their players is on the ground. Looks like maybe Scotty Lawless.
Yeah, the trainers are coming out to take a look at Lawless. And while we have a moment here to talk about some other things, let's congratulate the field hockey team. They had a great season, which unfortunately came to an end in a stinging manner. They had a 2-0 lead on Wyndham. No, I'm sorry, correction. Wyndham had a 2-0 lead. They tied the game up, but then Wyndham got the winning goal late, and they won 3-2. That takes them into the finals. Bedford falls in the semis, and they finish with a 16-2 record. So terrific job there by field hockey team. Congratulations.
Stellar season by the young ladies. Unfortunately, they didn't go further in the playoffs, but not a bad season overall.
They're going to mark them down at the 19-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 22 here.
Yeah, that hold occurred behind the line of scrimmage. It's a spot foul in high school football, so
there's a snap and a throw out to the flat to Grudinskis. He's going to get a little bit of a gain there, about 2 yards. Quickly tackled there by a pair of Spaulding Raiders. Number 19, Tyler Plaisted, was one of the tacklers on that play.
Yeah, Plaisted read it well. Stepped up pretty quickly on that wide receiver screen, and Grudinskis didn't really have much of room to work there. His legs were wrapped up quite quickly.
So 3rd and 19 here at the 22-yard line, just under 9 minutes to play here in the first. Bedford in a deep hole here on their first possession of the game. Bulldogs sending 2 receivers to the right. One in the backfield, Michael in the shotgun. He takes the snap, drops back. It's got a bit of a rush. They're going to go for it here for Grudinskis, and he hit him this time. And he's brought down in Spaulding territory at the 30-yard line. And the tackle by Ryan Hervey on that saved the touchdown.
Yeah, you could see the replay there. Just a simple fade route by Grudinskis. Maybe a little bit of a fake to the inside and got behind his corner. Ball was right on the money there. Grudinskis looked it all the way in, and that's a huge first down pickup and 3rd and 19.
Yeah, big conversion there. They're going to mark him at the Spaulding 28-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs with new life after converting that 3rd and long. Taliaferro and Grudinskis are the receivers to the right. Now Taliaferro's in motion, but it's a handoff up the middle. The Sphere, he gets through the hole, picks up about 6 yards, moves it down to the 22-yard line. Gain of 6 there. It's going to be 2nd down and 4.
Just got right in behind his big offensive line, moving some bodies around right there at the line of scrimmage. And Sphere, as we've seen all season, just gets a head of steam going and keeps those legs going. He's been an impressive back all year.
They'll call it a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Split receivers now on each side. Henryshawn is the tailback that's in a blocking position. Sphere gets the ball again, follows Henryshawn's block, and he gets a 1st down, takes it all the way to the 12-yard line. 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sphere, again, he has really nice vision. As you can see, he takes the handoff here from Michael, starts to the left side, but then cuts back right here, gets a few extra yards as he avoids that safety coming up to make the tackle.
At the Spaulding 12.
So 7:26 to play, still no score. This is just the first possession for the Bulldogs. Spaulding went 3 and out on their first possession. Split receivers here in the backfield. Another fake handoff to Michael, and he's got to get away from a sack. He does. Going to run for the sideline. Gets out at the. They're going to mark him at the 4-yard line. So a gain of 6 right there. Could have been a disaster, but Michael sensed what was coming from behind.
Yeah, fleet-footed right there. As you saw, he avoided that sack from behind. Was able to get positive yardage on that play, and not just positive yardage, but almost a 1st down there. It was, as he got 8 yards on that scramble.
So he's at the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2 coming up. Bedford can get another 1st down here. It's not a goal-to-go situation.
We got a flag here.
Flag on the play.
Maybe too many men in the offensive huddle.
We'll have to wait and see what the official call is here.
I don't think that's the case as I'm counting them up. They look like they have their normal personnel out there.
That's strange.
I don't think I've ever seen
that signal.
Oh yeah.
Is it a bench warning perhaps?
It's not a warning. It looks like it's a penalty. They've called a penalty on the Spaulding sideline for not backing up off the sideline. Yeah, seems like a strange penalty to call at a strange point in the game.
Usually they give a warning before they.
Several warnings.
Yeah.
Guys, back up, get off the line. The referees need some space, but maybe it's just a penalty or a,
it is a warning.
Yeah,
okay, so it's still
yard changes.
Still 2nd and 2 on the 4-yard line. Split receivers, one in the backfield. Ooh, Michael rolls out. He throws for the end zone. Touchdown.
There you go, Henryshawn. Parker Henryshawn right there in the flat.
4-yard throw.
Wing position on the right-hand side, goes up 2 or 3 yards and just kind of turns back. Linebacker's just not quick enough to get out there to the flat to cover Henryshawn. And the big fella is usually used in blocking situations. He's had a few receptions here and there throughout the season, but that's a big one here, getting him on the board at home on senior night. Good catch, great touchdown for big senior Parker Henryshawn.
And Michael had 2 Spaulding Raiders on his trail there.
He sure did.
And Michael makes the kick. The extra point is good. So it's 7:03 to play. Bedford scores on their opening drive, 7-0. Marked by a big gainer there to Grudinskis, converting a 3rd and 19.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you say you converted a 3rd and 19? Very low percentage on that. They got that fade pattern to the left-hand side. Grudinskis looked it right into the breadbasket, and that kept their drive going. Capped by the, what was that, a 3-4 yard touchdown there?
It was a 4-yard. starter. So as you mentioned, it is senior night, and we'd like to acknowledge all the seniors on this team going in numerical order. Andrew Godinskis, Thomas Rice, Joe Michael, Andrew Chen, Owen Christopher, Colin Chadney, Hunter Fennessy, Russell Irwin. Try to get a few more in before the kickoff. Finn O'Neill, Phil Toscano, George Tatakis, Hunter Ducharme, Jake Boza, Ethan Kemp, Magnus Steele, Nick Dulac, and Parker Henrishon. I hope I got them all.
A little bit of a pooch kick there by Joe Michael with the kickoff. Coverage team wraps him up at about the 27-yard line, so Spaulding will begin in a similar field position they had on their previous possession.
Tyler Playstead was the receiver there for the Spaulding Raiders, and he picks up a couple of yards and winds up being marked down at the 27.
Spaulding will start this drive at their own 28.
So you can see the Bedford defense has adjusted to the Spaulding offense here. They're packing a bunch of people into the box. That front seven is now looking like a front eight as they're getting a lot of guys down right by the line of scrimmage. A lot of run plays in between the tackles is what you're going to see from Spaulding.
Just one receiver on this formation, but it's a hand
Ball's
off
on the
middle.
ground.
Ball's on the ground. Bedford's got it. There was a miscommunication on the handoff. Ball dropped. And who came up with it?
Yeah,
Number 59.
Melendez turns, just missed the handoff, or actually got the handoff, and Tatakis was right there. I think he caused the fumble and covered it right away. So big turnover early in the game.
Bedford goes back on offense.
Tatakis, another one of those seniors that was honored before the game. So two big plays by two of the seniors, getting Bedford rolling early here in the first quarter.
And here we go once again. Bedford in possession again. They are at the Spaulding 27-yard line. Two in the backfield with Michael. He's got to escape the rush. He's had to do that a few times tonight. And he just threw it for the sideline, nobody home, just to get rid of the ball. So it'll be incomplete and second down and 10.
That's a senior play right there. He scrambled, got outside of the box there. I think the referees are talking about a potential grounding. Yep, and there goes the flag. Yep. So there wasn't a receiver in the area. He had gotten outside of the tackle box and threw it beyond the line of scrimmage, but there was no receiver in the area. So they're going to call him for grounding on this.
You know, the one thing that Spaulding is doing quite well tonight is putting a lot of pressure on Michael. They had two rushers on him, and Michael had to escape the pocket, and as you saw, they're going to call it a grounding because of that.
And in those two previous situations, he gained 8 yards on that one scramble, and then the other two rushers were right there on that touchdown pass as well. So he has been under a little bit of pressure. I'm wondering if that's the blocking scheme or if that's actually the play call, right? In some cases, like a screen pass, it's okay to have those D linemen barreling in.
So it looks like a 15-yard penalty here, so it's going to be second down and 22, actually.
Yeah, they lose it down on that penalty on grounding, too. Ooh, Sphere took a pop, still got 5 yards after that.
Yeah, he gets it up to the 29-yard line.
You see big Joey Giannotti there, D lineman for Spaulding here. Ready? You can see this pop ready right here. Boom. Took a shot, but Sphere's a tough kid, and he's got that bowling ball going tonight.
Yeah, he fell forward. You know, if you're going to take a hit like that, get a few more yards on the way down. So it's going to be third down and 13 here. Another long third down for the Bulldogs. Michael takes the snap, goes back. He's got pressure. He's got to get rid of it. And he gets it to Henrishon for a short gain up to about the 23, about a 6-yard gain. They're still going to be short by about 7 yards, fourth down.
Yeah, these D linemen are definitely getting in quickly. They're making a couple moves right at the line of scrimmage and putting the pressure on Joe Michael like he hasn't seen very frequently this season.
Well, we'll see what the call here is. They could try a long field goal. It would not be a bad idea to test Michael's leg in a game that you've got a lead in in.
That's a 40-yarder from here. I think they're probably confident in their offense and getting a 6 or 7 yard first down here.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. 4th and 6 is the official call. 23-yard line. Michael with a throw. No, he pump fakes. Decides to take off and gets the first down with his legs.
That's a great choice. He had Kyle McAuliffe right in the middle. The two linebackers were sitting there and ready to pounce on it. So he pulled it down when he didn't have his first receiver and had a lot of room in front of him. So he scrambled for that first down.
Yeah, that line opened up for him. He had a lot of room to run forward, and he winds up getting a first down with his legs. So they're down to the 11-yard line. It is 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 5:38. They lead 7-0.
I'm not quite sure if you could see it on the replay there, but the linebackers were just to the left, and they were surrounding Cal McAuliffe, who I think was the primary receiver on that call. We do have an official's timeout here. I don't know, George, if you could pull up that replay again if we have time. I'm not sure we're going to. Yeah, they're getting ready for the next play, but maybe after this we could see that replay again. Excellent choice by Joe Michael pulling that ball down.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. Michael hands it off. I believe that's Christopher with the handoff, and he gets met by a number of Spaulding Raiders, 24 and 63.
Yeah, I was calling Chandonnet.
Owen Daigle, along with Isaac.
Yeah, Chandonnet took a couple pops there.
So good defensive stop there by the Raiders. They're going to lose a yard, Bedford will. They're back out to the 12-yard line. 2nd and 11 to go here. Just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. There's a pitch out.
Got some room.
Heading for the sideline, and is he in? Yes.
Yeah, official there.
Touchdown. 12-yard run by Colin Chardonnay. And Bedford scores again.
Yeah, just a toss sweep there. Chandonnet got the edge, had some blockers out in front of him, and that pylon tipped over. So official right there on the spot. Certainly seemed to be on top of the call, and Chandonnet celebrates on the sideline with a little jiggy.
And now the extra point try here for Joe Michael. Bedford up 13-0, scoring on both possessions. The ball is up and it's good. So 14-0, Bedford leads with 4:39 left in the first quarter. Bedford able to convert that fumble on the first play by the Raiders.
Yeah, crucial. Again, we've talked about this all season. You hear it across any football at any level. Turnovers are killers, right? Especially in your own territory. The Bulldogs took over on the Spaulding 27, and those types of negative plays are really, really tough to overcome, especially early in the season. Excuse me, early in the game, like this evening.
But it hasn't been exactly a perfect game for the Bulldogs either, because they got hit with 2 big penalties: the holding call and also the grounding call on that last possession. But both times they were able to convert 3rd and long on the first drive and a 4th and long, or 4th and 7 on that last scoring drive.
Absolutely. Again, that 3rd and 19, I mean, outstanding fade pattern to Grudinskis. We're going to keep bringing it up because it was a crucial play early in this game.
And a kickoff, a line driver, skittering on the ground, picked up by Spaulding, and brought down at the 32-yard line. Number 6 was the run back, Ryan Hervey, with the ball for the Raiders.
We've seen a couple of different strategies on the kickoffs so far. We saw a deep kick, we've seen a pooch kick, and now we see a liner up the right-hand side. They're trying to vary their kickoffs. We see a bunch of the starters getting out there on kickoff coverage too. I think that shows how much Zach Matthews, the head coach for Bedford, really values the special teams play.
Logan Sphere was the tackler on that play. Here we go, 2 in the backfield behind Melendez. 1 receiver out to his left. Handoff up the middle. Gets up to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 2 right there.
And we see here again on the replay, they're stacking 8 in the box here. Grudinskis, number 2, right here on the near side, is normally a cornerback, but nobody split out to his side. So he's going to try to get in there, put as many people right at the line of scrimmage as possible.
So the Raiders come to the line, up to the 35-yard line. They've got 2nd and 8. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They trail 14-0. And there's a pitch back. And they're going to get close to a first down there. A gain of about 8 yards. Number 28, Alexander Forbes, the ball carrier.
That's a good, tough run by Forbes. You can see they collapse down the contain here on the right side and get out to the side, the right end. They get onto the cornerbacks here, giving them the first down. So
that's the first down for the Raiders today.
Forbes ran it, but he had some blockers out in front of him.
So 1st and 10, they are on the Spaulding 39-yard line with 3:35 to play here. Bedford leads 14-0. Same formation, just a single receiver, 2 runners in the backfield. Bedford crowding the line, and they're going to sack Melendez back at the 37.
Yeah, you can see here on the replay as the linebackers creep up onto the edges. You can see that they're coming. They come real hard, and Melendez doesn't really have much room to work.
Was that John Nather, number 30, with the tackle?
I couldn't quite tell there on the replay either, but looked like somebody breaking through in the middle of the line. It might have been Kevin Sheridan on the tackle there.
That's going to lose 6 yards for the Raiders. They're back at the 38-yard line, 2nd and 16.
I looked up, it was like 31.
Put some pressure on him.
Lone receiver is to the right now. There's a pitch back. Going to the left side and gain for about 2 yards is Alexander Forbes once again.
And Cal McAuliffe out there on the right-hand side trying to set that edge. They do get out and around him, but he did disrupt the flow of that play, making the Spaulding running back get a little bit deeper than he wanted to. So still 3rd and long here.
So they're going to call 3rd and 13. Ball is just beyond the 40-yard line with about 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Bedford up 14-0. They're in the huddle. Now they break. Just one receiver out to the left this time. Spaulding running the tight formation with 2 in the backfield. It's going to be a passing play. Melendez down the sideline, throwing into double coverage, and it looks like an interception. It is.
Owen Christopher. Oh, they're going to rule him out of bounds. You know, that's okay, though, because, you know, it's probably comparable to a punt. You know, it's 4th and 13. Spaulding's going to punt here.
And he's out at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, so let's watch here. He was out, what, you said the 29-yard line?
Yeah.
And 13.
So let's see if it makes any difference here. We have the punt receivers, Tagliaferro and Grudinskis back. They're standing on their own 25. So we'll see if there's any kind of yardage difference on this play.
No, Michael Dermott is the punter, number 4. And he's back there waiting for the ball at about the 28-yard line, waiting for the snap.
Back to punt is Ryan Hervey.
It's a looping snap, but Dermott's able to contain it. And now Taliaferro picks it up at the 25, runs up the sideline, gets about 10 yards. He's out at the 35-yard line, and the Bulldogs will take over there.
Harry, I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to check those binoculars, because that was definitely Ryan Hervey.
Was it?
Definitely number 6 back there.
All right.
No worries.
Mr. Magoo on the play-by-play here.
All good, my friend, all good. So the Bulldogs take over on their own 37-yard line. 3rd possession of the game. Their two previous have resulted in touchdowns and a 14-0 lead.
Bulldogs back in motion here. They hand off. On the motion, gets up to the 31-yard line. Number 6 with the carry, Colby Snow.
Yeah, Snow's been getting back into the mix the last 2 games. You can see he has a cast on his hand. His right hand has been casted. He missed, I think, some time for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks in between, but last week he got some time, scored a touchdown on actually a pass reception, which is impressive with a cast on your hand. And we saw him make a special teams play on the opening kickoff, bowling over some people, so it's good to see him back in the lineup.
Snow picks up 4 yards on that first down. It is 2nd and 6. We're under a minute to go here. Clock is ticking. Mike Michael pitches it out in the flat.
There he is again.
Snow with the reception. This time he gets the ball up to the 35. He'll be short of a first by about 2 yards.
And I have to say, that's an exceptional catch for somebody with a cast on their hand. Look at this. It's back behind him. He gets it out there, makes the catch with his hands, and a good cut to get up inside there for a 3rd and short.
And that's a tricky play, too, because if he loses the ball, if it's traveling backwards, it's fumble, not an incompletion.
The
So
angle looked like it was still a forward pass, but yeah, it was close there. I have to say for sure that the officials probably would have been thinking about that twice.
Here we go, 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Irwin. He takes it up the middle, gets it, and some more into Spaulding territory. He's going to be taken down at the 48-yard line.
He just followed his big big lineman off the right-hand side. Great push up front, moving the defensive line off the line of scrimmage, and a lot of room to run for him.
So that's going to do it for the first quarter. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Bulldogs, and they're working on their 3rd right here. 14-0.
Got to be pleased with that. Coach Matthews going to regroup, talk to the offense. They're going to flip it around, but they don't have too far to go as they're on the 49-yard line. So as we are in between first and second quarter, just wanted to take a moment to say the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank their generous sponsors, including Spectrum Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, Andrade Management Group, Wicked Good Butcha, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics. On behalf of the 438 fall student athletes, thank you for your support of Bedford Bulldog Athletics.
And speaking of Bedford Bulldog Athletics, the girls volleyball team will be hosting the state quarter final game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at BHS Gym. They're going to be hosting the Keene Blackbirds. So come on out and cheer on the Bulldogs volleyball team, who not only finished 16-0 or 15-0, but they only lost 1 match the entire season. So quite an incredible feat. They are, of course, the #1 seed in that tournament.
I would think so. Another quick reminder to all of the Bedford student athletes wanting to play a winter sport, there's sign-ups on the athletics webpage, so make sure you go there to find the sign-up link so you don't miss any information.
Yeah, we're only about 2 months away from the start of basketball and hockey season, so if you plan on playing, make sure you sign up.
It's coming. It's coming. Bill Jennings is all excited. He wants to get out there and see some hoops.
Here we go. The pitch to Irwin. Now running forward and gets about 6 or 7 yards up to the 43-yard line into Spaulding territory.
I have to say that the defensive end for Spaulding did a good job of forcing this play right here. You see Henryshawn out there blocking. Irwin had to cut it back up inside, but he still was able to get 6 or 7 yards on it.
2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4 coming up now. 60-yard gain there for Irwin.
The Bulldogs offense seems to be having their way here. Man, it smells like somebody brought some popcorn in here. I don't know about you. Can you smell that?
I sure can. Oh, Irwin just got blown up there back at the 48-yard line. They sniffed out that bubble screen out to the flat.
On the reception.
Trying to get the number. Is that 86 who made the tackle? Emmett Colby?
Yeah, solid play by him coming up quickly. Saw the little flare out, swing pass over to Irwin. We've been seeing that earlier in the season to Ledger Russell. The sophomore has come in a couple times and run that play and had a lot of success. This time they ran it out to Russell Irwin.
So big minus play there for Bedford is going to make it another long 3rd down, 3rd and 8 on the Spaulding 47-yard line. There's the snap. Michael looking, throw down the middle. He's got a man. Colby Snow makes the catch. He lost his footing. He's going to be down at the 13-yard line. If he had been able to stay up, that would have been a touchdown.
Sure would have, but again, he's dealing with that cast on his hand. So nice 3rd down ball. Again, the ball was right on the money. Snow had to slow down just a touch, caught it right there in the breadbasket, and they moved the sticks on another 3rd and long.
They're going to mark him at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They have been converting these long 3rd downs all night.
They sure have.
So they're going to send just one receiver out. Grudinskis is the receiver, the lone one to the left of Michael. Snow and Irwin flank him in the back. Now Irwin gets the handoff. He's going to pick up 5 yards there, or 4 yards. They're going to mark him down to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, watch. He puts his left hand out. He has Baza kind of pulling from the backside here. Gets right in behind him, the big Baza. Another senior making some room for him. Getting a nice 5-yard, 4-yard gain on first down.
2nd down and 6 there at the 11. They get to the 5-yard line, get another first down. Same formation. Irwin and Snow to either side of Michael. This time it's a pass, though. And the catch. Did he make it?
Oh.
No, it bounced up in the air. I thought Grudinskis was going to come up with it.
I did too.
The pass was right on the money, but let's take a look at the replay here. Did the defender get his hand in the way?
I think it went off his shoulder pad.
Yeah, it was a little high, so that's the problem. He couldn't track the ball down and pounding the turf in frustration, but it'll be 3rd and 6 now for the Bulldogs.
You said a little high. I'm going to have to put that on the receiver. I think Grudinskis could have had that. He's probably going to be kicking himself that he didn't, but that's a play we've seen to have the Bulldogs have success on before. A little play action. Grudinskis, the only split wide left, makes that hard inside cut on the slant. Now here we have Irwin going right up the middle, and he's going to be
blasts in. Touchdown, Bedford. 6-yard run by Russell Irwin.
11-yard touchdown run.
He goes right up the middle. That offensive line just made a huge hole for him. He's following three linemen right up the field. They hardly got a finger on him.
So Bedford up 20-0 now. May try to make it 21 with the extra point by Joe Michael. The snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. So another possession for the Bulldogs, resulting in another 7 points. 21-0 now. They're running away with it.
Yeah, as we said, the offense is really having their way. A couple of setbacks here and there, some penalties, some 1 or 2 negative yardage plays, but for the most part, they've been able to make up for those slight mishaps. And 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I mean, Spaulding is a winless team here. They're not obviously not a great team here in Division I, but you can see some flashes of strong play. That defensive line has been giving Michael some pressure all night. We've seen some plays like the one on Irwin where they caught him behind the line of scrimmage. They are making plays. They just can't put it all together.
They sure are. They look like they have a couple of solid players, but you need more than a couple of solid players. You need a good starting offense, good starting defense to put it all together. So, and the Bulldogs are showing that they have that right now and are going to get ahead of steam going into the playoffs.
And a long kicker by Michael, picked up at about the 10-yard line. And down at the 28-yard line is number 15, Zach Lynch.
Have Finn O'Neill on the coverage there.
Lynch with the return.
Solid tackle by the senior D-back.
So the Raiders start once again their 4th possession. They've only been able to gain 1 first down so far today. 1 turnover, too.
Yeah, tough one on that fumble. Gave Bedford excellent starting position on their 2nd possession on the 27. But they're switching things up here. A little bit of a spread look this time.
Handoff up the middle. Forbes is wrestled down after maybe about a yard loss. They're not going to give him the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him down about the 28.
Even the formation, though, that's a little bit different. Their first 3 possessions, they were real tight. They had wings, sometimes I formation. This time they were spread. So perhaps they're digging into their playbook a little bit, want to switch some things up, see if they can find some success.
Loss of 1 yard for Forbes. It's now 2nd and 11 at 28-yard line.
Similar formation here.
Yeah, they've got three receivers out there now. Melendez, he's in the shotgun. Throws it out to the flat. And I believe that is number, what is it? Is that Truman, number 85?
I think it's 86 there. Emmett Colby.
They're going to pick up some yardage there up to the 34. So it'd be a manageable 3rd and 4 here for the Raiders.
Yeah, not a bad play right there. Getting it out to Colby. Looked athletic out there. 6 foot, 190-pound guy getting out on the defensive backs.
So out of the same 3 receiver set, Melendez, he decides to run to his right,
Option
pitches
left.
out,
Ooh.
and he's going to get met in the backfield with a big loss.
Wow.
Back to the 28-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6.
I think that was Magnus Steele out there.
Taking the pitch.
Yeah, Forbes was the pitch recipient, and as soon as he got the ball, Steele met him.
Yeah, read it excellently.
In other Division I
Nice little wrinkle for them with the option play, but Bedford sniffed it out quickly.
So it's now 4th and 9, and Spaulding has to punt for the 3rd time today.
You check that number, Harry. Make sure it says 6.
Well, I'm looking from the sideways. It's hard to tell. That kick was almost blocked. Oh, there's a little bit of a skirmish there.
Good stick by Owen Christopher.
On Lallis. He was blocking the ball, really not the runner.
Yeah,
kind of blindsided him a little bit there.
Yeah, honestly, that could have been a penalty there. It was a blindside hit. They're trying to get that out of football. I'm surprised there wasn't a yellow hanky thrown on that.
They're going to call the ball dead at the 35-yard line in Bedford territory, where they'll take over.
Yeah, I don't fault Christopher for that. About 10 years ago, that would be considered an outstanding hit. They're trying to get that kind of hit out of the game, so I'm a little surprised that it didn't get called there. But the Bulldogs are fortunate it doesn't, so they'll start on their own 36.
So just one receiver here, 2 in the backfield, and Rashawn in motion. And there's a handoff up the right side at number 21.
That was Owen
Christopher with the ball carry. He's going to get about 7 yards on the play.
He got some blockers out in front of him. Ooh, Tagliaferro took a shot. Trying to get a block downfield.
Makes it 2nd and
Big Zach Lynch wasn't having anything.
So 2nd down and 5, they're going to call it. A short 5. They are at the 41-yard line. 6:21 to play. Bedford leads 21-0. Motion by Taliaferro, and he gets the ball running to his left. Turns the corner, and he gets a 1st down into Spaulding territory. He's over the 49.
You see it, right? Like you said, motion man, hands it to him. He's got a head of steam, too. He's got a lot of room. He's got 2 blockers out there. Christopher and Henryshawn are out in front of him, making good, solid blocks for him to get extra room.
So they're marking him at the 48-yard line of Spaulding. Clock is running, 5:55 to play here in the half.
A good pickup there by Tagliaferro.
We'll try to get you some scores around Division I a little bit later. Michael fakes the handoff. Oh, he gets hit as he throws, but he makes a completion to Grudinskis. He gets away from one tackle. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown.
6.
Michael took a pop just as he let the ball go, but Grudinskis is able to adjust to the pass, caught it.
Breaks a tackle, too, right there at about the 15-yard line. Just strong legs, ran through it, and got into the end zone as there wasn't anybody else around.
So a 48-yard pass from Michael to Grudinskis. Makes it 27-0 with the extra point on the way. Ball is down and good. Automatic. 28-0. Bedford leads. And if they score one more time, we'll be in running time.
And that might be achieved really quickly here. I mean, it's 5.5 minutes left in the first half. That's going to make the second half go quite quickly.
We should mention there's going to be basically a playoff football game right here on Bedford High School turf tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Goffstown has moved their game here against Portsmouth Oyster River. Are you saying that's not happening now? They're going to play it home? Okay, they moved it back home. Thank you. It was going to be played here. They decided not to go. All right, thank you. But it is going to be virtually a playoff game because the winner of that game locks up the number 4 seed and the privilege of traveling to Winnicott for the first round of the tournament.
That might be a fun game to play in. It's supposed to rain 2 inches here tomorrow, so that's going to be a sloppy one. It's going to be old school mud fest up there in Goffstown.
Which is why they wanted to play here.
Yeah, you might think it might make more sense on the turf, but
there's a line drive kick, fielded short, and a crowd of Bulldogs bringing down the runner at the 40-yard line. So Spaulding with some pretty decent field position here. We'll see if they can do anything. They've really only achieved 1 first down so far. 1 turnover, a fumble on a handoff.
And this is their best starting position of the game here on their own 40. Everything else has been the 32 or inside.
So they come to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the formation is. Yep, they're going to go with 3 receivers again.
Yeah, that spread look, they had some more success that last possession.
Melendez, he's in the shotgun. And he calls his own number, runs up the middle, but Sphere sniffs it out. Going to stop him right at the 40. Maybe they'll give him a yard gain to the 41.
Tackle made by Logan Sphere.
Yeah, they're either not fooling anybody or not tricking anybody. A Sphere came right in very quickly and was right on top of Melendez for maybe only a 2-yard gain at most.
Bedford will receive the kick to start the second half. There's still 4.5 minutes to play in this half, though. 2nd down and 9. Melendez. Quick throw to the sideline, goes off the hands of number 15, Zach Lynch, and goes out of bounds. That pass was almost a lateral.
Yeah, just a little too tall for Lynch.
You know, really, that would make a difference. Now, I guess there's a slight forward motion to it. I was going to say, if it was a lateral and it goes out of bounds, and it's a fumble out of bounds at the spot it went out of bounds.
Sure is. In this case, it's just an incompletion. We saw the Patriots do a little trickery like that, throwing it out to Bourne, who then threw it downfield to Aguilar for a touchdown. So maybe Coach Matthews has been watching the Patriots recently. Oh, excuse me, that's Coach Hebert that would have been watching them.
3rd and 8. Melendez completes a pass, and it's going to be another first down for Spaulding. They get it up into Bedford territory, up to the 46.
Looks like LaPointe there. Good play there, out on the right side, about 10 yards out pattern. LaPointe was out there, picked up another 5 after he caught it.
So that's just the 2nd first down for the Raiders today, and they're in Bedford territory for the first time at the 46-yard line. 4:20 to go. Clock stopped as the receiver went out of bounds. Handoff up the middle. It's Colby. I'm sorry, Forbes is the ball carrier. He picks up about 4 yards. They're going to mark him at the 42.
I'll compliment his balance here. You'll see he gets popped right here. Almost loses his balance, staggers a little bit, then gets forward for a decent gain, 4 yards or so.
Play makes it 2nd and 6.
So 2nd and 6 coming up now.
Forbes, the senior, running back. Made a couple plays in this game already.
Forbes is in the backfield with Melendez, and he gets a handoff up the middle, pumping his legs, and I believe he's got close to first down.
Alexander Forbes with the carry.
Looks like he might still be 2 yards short, maybe 1 yard short.
So a 4-yard gain there for Forbes. 3rd and 2. See if the Raiders can make it 2 first downs on this drive.
Play makes it 3rd down and 2.
They come up to the line of scrimmage. They are at the 32-yard line. Sorry, correction, 37-yard line. Melendez takes the snap, drops back for the throw. He's got some pressure, throws it over the middle, and it looks like a completion. Lynch.
Wow, okay.
Zach Lynch was basically on the ground when he caught that ball, but he held on to it, and he gets it up to the 32-yard line. First down, Spaulding.
First down.
Yeah, there's no way we see it on that replay, but
First and 10.
I think only Lynch would know if that ball hit the ground,
32.
as we don't have nearly the same capabilities as they do in HD TV for the NFL. So
Well, the official was right on the spot and
He sure
indicated
was.
a catch, so we're going to take his word for it. So first and 10 now for the Raiders. They're at the 32-yard line of Bedford. And Melendez is going to call his own number. Pretty good run right up there. Gets up to the 21-yard line. Gain of 9 yards.
Finn O'Neill.
yeah, quick little run up there. Had some room off the right-hand side. They opened up a nice hole for him off the right tackle. And he showed some shiftiness there as he got into that second level.
Spaulding showing some offensive prowess on this drive. The first one that's been able to put together a couple of first downs.
Just over 2 minutes to go here. They're going to try to pop something in here before the end of the first half.
Try to keep it away from Bedford, who have scored on every one of their possessions. Melendez, he's looking for somebody to throw to. Now he's going to run out of time and gets dropped. It's going to be a sack at the 25.
George Tatakis on the sack there.
George Tatakis and Parker Brownlee combining.
Parker Brownlee also on that sack. Going to be a loss of 4. Second down and 14. Clock is running, 1:44 to play.
Looked like Melendez had some
14.
defenders in his face right early, and probably some good coverage downfield too, as he didn't chuck it up there. Likely a good decision by the quarterback. Just a sophomore, but he's running this offense.
Melendez takes the snap. He's got time. Throws it over the middle. He's got a man.
Oh, wow. Good catch.
And a touchdown for Spaulding.
Emmett Colby there, the junior. Got his hands on it, pulled it down.
Yeah, he got behind the Bedford defense and pulled it down. So Spaulding's on the board. Beautiful throw right there of 25 yards. Melendez to Colby.
And Colby fell hard, too, on his back, and still retained possession as he came down. Now Spaulding's lined up in an interesting formation here. They're going to go for 2, and they're good. Got it. Yeah, they got it. So you see the replay here. They do have a strange formation, and they're going to get the wing coming right off. Actually, the guy who snaps it turns back around and catches a 2-point conversion. So a little trickery by Spaulding gets them a 2-point conversion. So they do score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion to bring it to within a 20-point lead.
So 28-8 now. A little more respectable, but Bedford will get the ball back with 1:20 to work with in all 3 timeouts. They do get the ball back to start the third quarter, so a chance to double dip here on the scoreboard. They can at least try to get into the field goal range. You know, I've been wanting to see Michael try something from about 40 yards. I really want to see if he's got the leg for it. It's not a windy night. A little cold, but it's not windy. They're going to be going to the scoreboard end. You know, 40 yards, I think he can make it. We've seen him make some pretty long ones. I mean, you know, I think he's capable.
He's got a leg, that's for sure. You know, the accuracy has a little bit to do with it. Doesn't seem to be any wind tonight as the flag is sitting quite still. Nice little cool breeze on this fall evening. Kickoff comes. Low liner and Snow picks it up at the 25. He's got some room.
Oh, he might go.
He's got some room.
He might go.
He's got even more room. He's got all the room in the world.
Touchdown, Colby Snow. Bedford, a kickoff return. Where did he pick that up? About the 30?
About his 25-yard line. It's got to be a 75-yard return right there.
75-yard return.
How's that for an answer?
34-8. And the extra point coming up here. I don't think Bedford's going to go for 2, or will they? Nope. Extra point coming up. Well, that's got to be a gut punch for Spaulding after they put together a good drive, and then they give up a kickoff return for 75 yards. The extra point is good.
Go, Michael, what's the conversion?
So 35-8 with 1:08 to go.
Well, apparently the junior didn't take too kindly to that touchdown by Spaulding and took it into his own hand and cast, and off to the races he went. Excellent return, had some good blocking right around the 40 to 50 yard line, and once he popped through there, no one was going to catch him.
So fantastic work there on the special teams for Bedford. Come on out and support the girls soccer team in their playoff run. Sunday, 2 p.m. they'll be here at Bedford High Stadium as they host the Owls of Timberlane in the state quarterfinals. And a great job by the JV girls soccer team, who won their first ever JV tournament. They defeated Pinkerton Academy in the finals on Saturday. Congratulations to Coach Herrick and the girls on that team.
Just slight adjustment on that. They beat Merrimack in the finals. They beat Pinkerton in the semifinals. I'm not sure who's writing your copy over here, Harry, but we're going to need to check them.
Oh, we know who's writing it.
Corey Parker?
Corey Parker?
I'll get after him. He didn't spend 8 hours on the sideline that day.
Getting sloppy. There's the kickoff. Now Lynch gets away from one man and finally driven out at about the 34-yard line.
Zach Lynch with the return, forced out of bounds by Andrew.
He started at about the 10-yard line. Whoa, the big hit there?
Yeah, Magnus Steele coming down, taking out some of the lead blockers, throwing his body around there. I like it.
So exactly a minute to go here in the second quarter. Spaulding with a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Bedford answers with a 75-yard kickoff return by Colby Snow.
Yeah, you were talking about the back-to-back there for Spaulding, and I'm thinking, man, a minute 20 is enough time for Bedford to score, and sure enough, it only took 15 seconds for Snow to run that one back.
So Spaulding with, here's a little trickery, and there's a fumble on the ground. And it's going to wind up being a huge loss. Emmett Colby took a pitch, tossed it to Lynch. Lynch mishandled it.
Yeah, it just went over the head of
Actually, it was Alexander Forbes, not Lynch. And they wind up losing a lot of yards back to the 23-yard line.
Second down and long.
So it's going to be 2nd and 21 here. With 30 seconds to go, I have to imagine they're just going to kneel it out here. No sense trying to do something and risk a turnover.
I don't mind the play call there. You're going to try a little trickery before halftime. Not much to lose. They're not going to kneel it. Melendez is looking downfield. He's going to get wrapped up, though.
They're going to bring him down at the 24-yard line, so technically a 1-yard gain, not a sack. And that's going to do it. 10 seconds, 9-8. Clock is ticking down on the half. Bedford with 4 touchdown drives and 1 75-yard kickoff return for touchdown, and they lead 35-8.
I'd call that a successful first half. They're going to take it into the locker room, regroup, warm up. We'll get some entertainment from the Bedford High School marching band. They're going to honor their seniors at halftime, as the football team did at the start of the game. And we will see you in about 20 minutes.
We'll be right back. Halftime score 35-8. You're listening to Bedford football on Bedford 105.1, and you're watching it on BCTV 23 and 1072.
We're on external microphone.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, but wow.
I'll wait till they stop playing.
Laurie Abbott, with Charles and Karen Abbott, and sister Katie Abbott.
Oh, come in on her. Oh, wait. She's not one of the seniors. Oh, we hear them all the time.
Mom, Sally Hunt, and stepdad, Jake Olson.
He run all the way down there to hear the halftime huddle talk. Yep, I see his hat. Yeah, he's in the end by the coaches, I think. Right? Yeah. She's stepping? Yeah. Is there a huge run to the bathroom? I thought it was going to be a band, but it's I thought it was going to be a band. I want to watch the band.
Pretty cool.
This piece stole it.
That's so funny. You got
Christy Elliott, Steve and Stacy Elliott.
Hey guys, pick up. My famous friend Dorothy,
Marshall Feldman, Susan and Joel Feldman.
Everything is good. We got the ball before the game was over.
Daniel Fernandez Sarondo. Angel Fernandez and Barbara Sarondo. Olivia Fitzgerald. John and Cindy Fitzgerald and brother Gabriel. Elliot Frank, Barry and Mandy Frank. Ethan Girali, Tanya and Dean Girali, sister Chelsea Girali. Megan Hall, Rhonda and Michael Hall. Travis Kerr. Diana and Jeff Kerr. Steve Lucier. Steve and Vicki Lucier.
My son's sister.
Morel. Betty and Michael Morel and Lexi and Joe Moe.
I put them in like small laundry basket and throw them downstairs. So, yeah, they even stuffed them in the trash when he was little. I didn't know anything about it. They're easy.
Lucas Wentz. Grandparents John and Sue Vieira.
He thought it was having fun, but it wasn't. And that's why he never told me. I was like, oh my God, if you do, I would yeah, she was like, she hates it. 42 degrees right now. She was 42 degrees.
Ira Richard. Tiffany Scott Richard. Brothers Kobe and Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah, 93, so... No, 97. 24, yeah. So she might put up on it. Which is a good thing.
And Sullivan. Jerry Sullivan and Sister Charlotte.
I don't have to worry about my kids. No, she does not. Well, no, she knows. Believe me. You're better off when you walk. She's not like you.
I didn't $5 for this meeting.
I said, yeah, wait till you have yours. She's like, no. I'll take that back. Okay. My oldest. I have a game to she had an after she graduated.
No.
Please welcome the Bedford High School Marching Band and Color Guard as they take the field this year's halftime show, New York City. Under the direction of Elsie Gray and Assistant Director Laura Hines. Color Guard instructors are Lee Dutton and Cindy Fitzgerald. Drum majors are Max D. Giovanni, Elliot Frank, and Elsie Mustard Tiger. Drum line captain is Jack Nix, and the color guard captain is Sarah Scott. Senior, thank you for all your hard work, talent, and dedication over the last 4 years.
Where'd Danielle go? No, she's not. She snuck off.
We're talking about everything on her phone.
She went to go smoke them. Guarantee.
And Dominic Taliaferro with 11 yards on a single. Colin Chadney, 2 carries for 11 yards. And here you can see the replay of the kickoff return there.
73-yard kickoff return by Snow. Close out the first half. That was, again, a great, as Spaulding had just scored their lone touchdown of the game on a 25-yard pass to Emmett Colby. I think that right here.
This is going to be the Spaulding throw.
Yeah, Malin looks back, post pattern, and an outstanding catch there. The junior wide receiver, Colby. Their lone highlight of the first half.
I believe this is the 48-yard throw to Grudinsky.
Yeah, and that was Michael taking a hit right as he released it, and Grudinsky running through the tackle at the 15-yard line, looking back. Nobody else within 5 yards from him. For the team back in the studio for providing these highlights. It's helpful for everybody to see the critical scoring plays. This is Russell Irwin's touchdown, 11-yard run right up the middle behind his offensive line, just bowling people over. Didn't until about the 3-yard line there.
I think coming up now is a yard run by...
This looks like this was Henrishon's touchdown to start the scoring there, 2-yard. Oh no, actually that looks like Chandonay's 12.
Chandonay, right.
Yep.
And then George is running these in reverse. The first touchdown here. This is the 40-yard throw to Henrishon.
Here's the extra point here. Second extra point. Joe Michael has been perfect on extra point attempt, 5 for 5.
And then here is the 4-yard pass to Henrishon.
You see Henrishon right here off the right wing as we roll the tape here. Get a little chip, and then he'll get right out into the right flat. Joe Michael does well to avoid these 2 on-rushing defenders. And Henrishon secures the ball for his first touchdown and Bedford's first touchdown of the evening.
And that's all the scoring, and now you're caught up. Another half to go here in about a minute or so. Got one score in Division 1 pass along to Salem at the half. Leads the Merrimack 34-14.
Right behind the press box. Thank you.
About a minute to go here before the second half kicks off. Would like to mention again the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club. They'd like to thank the generous sponsors in the community: Spectrum Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, Andrade Management Group, Wicked Good Butcher, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics. On behalf of the 438 fall student athletes, thank you for your support of Bedford Bulldog Athletics.
And special thanks to the gymnastics and baseball teams for donating their time this evening to help in the concession stand. BBABC encourages all families to swing by, not only grab a snack, but also find out how you can become one of the athletic boosters. I believe the website is bbabc.net.
There he is. He's got it now.
Yeah, it only took me all season to remember that.
Students also have time left before the winter season kicks off. If you're planning to play a winter sport, you can sign up by going to the athletic webpage for the high school. Complete the sign-up form, get all the information on your respective sport. So we encourage you to participate in winter sports.
And a quick note here, the football game that was supposed to be played here tomorrow between Goffstown and Portsmouth Oyster River has been moved back to Goffstown. That's going to be a noon kickoff. And that is a game that will decide who the number 4 seed is in the North/East Conference. So it's playoff football to get into the playoffs, basically.
Mud Bowl coming. The film from that's going to be funny. You might not be able to distinguish the players from which team they play for, as they're going to be covered in mud.
I assume Goffstown TV will have that. You can find them on YouTube. Friday Night Lights will also have the game, so check that out. Nick Anastas and Steve Beals calling the game. Here's the kickoff. A squib kick picked up at the 20-yard line.
Tagliaferro's got some room.
Turning on the Jets, gets it up to the 50. So great field position start here for the Bulldogs. They're going to be just past the 50-yard line, I believe.
Tripped up by Andrew Gagney.
Looks like they're marking them right on the 50-yard line.
Okay.
50-50 raffle number
Andrew Gagne was the tackler there for Spaulding. So I've been doing all the talking today here, me not being able to read the numbers when I let Corey, a good set of eyes, call the rest of the game here.
And Joe Michael brings his team to the line. He has slot left, wing left, Henryshawn in the wing. He has Logan Sphere behind him. He takes the shotgun snap, pitches out to the left-hand side where he has Andrew Chen making his first appearance, the senior. Makes the reception and gets upfield for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, Chen came back to the line of scrimmage. He ran out and then reversed position. Got behind the line of scrimmage, caught the pass, and carried it up for about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Little hitch route. It's good to see Coach Matthews getting the senior in and some playing time and getting the ball to him, too. Got a pro right set, so Cal McAuliffe to the right-hand side. Tagliaferro's the flanker, and Chen's the split end. Hands the ball to Sphere. He runs into his own lineman, scrambles back out to the right side, but gets ahead for a first down.
Yeah, Sphere showing that balance there. He takes a big hit on the initial handoff, but he's able to reset himself and gain another 5 yards to get the first down.
Yeah, good push up from the defensive lineman as Baza was pulling out to get out there. Stumbles backwards into Sphere. Yet Sphere keeps his feet, gets forward for that first down on the Spaulding 37-yard line.
Fresh set of downs here for the Bulldogs, 1st and 10.
Early third quarter action here. 2 receivers. Henryshawn wing right. Michael hands off to Sphere up the left-hand side. He bowls ahead for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
He'll be down at the 32, so it should be 5 down, a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5.
Tackle made by LaPointe for Spaulding. There looks like there's an injured Spaulding player down, so we're going to get an official's timeout with 10:23 left here in the third quarter. Early action, first possession. Bedford took over on their own 50-yard line on a nice run back by Dominic Tagliaferro. Getting out to midfield. We'll take a quick pause here in the action as they tend to the injured player. Looks like he has either a knee or an ankle injury.
And he hops up. It is
Ryan Hervey.
Hervey, number 6. The punter.
He is the punter. As we had some mixed up numbers in the first half, he's going to hop his way to the far sideline.
That's tough. Doesn't even want to have any help to get to the sideline.
Here we see Sphere running into his own lineman. Back out to the right side, makes a good cutback and snakes under a few Spaulding defenders.
Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but assuming we win and win our conference, we'll be hosting a home playoff game in BCTV, along with Bedford 105.1 will bring you the action. It'll be Saturday, next week, Saturday the 6th at 1 p.m. right here at BHS Stadium. We assume against Exeter.
That's the assumption at this point in time. Unless anything crazy happens, I'm not even sure anything crazy can make that change. So Michael fakes the handoff, swings it outside to Parker Henryshawn on the right-hand side. He gets forward for a first down on a 6-yard gain. Down on the 25-yard line. And Bedford moves the sticks again.
That play good for a first down.
Clock is stopped at the first down. Now it starts up again, 9:53.
At the Spaulding 25.
Another play there by Henryshawn, the senior. Senior night here, as we mentioned, honoring the senior football players. 2 receivers set here,
including Chen off to.
Michael takes a snap, looks left. Chen gets the ball, reception, and he gets tackled there by 2 D-backs, but not before he gets down to the 21-yard line, 4-yard gain.
They'll see if they give him forward progress. He caught the ball at the 21, or really at about the 20, and then he gets driven back. So they'll give him 3 yards on the play.
3 yards on the play makes it 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
So Bedford comes out. Twins split to the right-hand side. Henryshawn wing right, McAuliffe tight left. Michael takes a snap, rolls right. He's got Sphere out ahead of him blocking, gets around the edge, and he's going to get forward for, looks like first down yardage, and then he's gang tackled at around the 12 or 13-yard line. Several Spaulding defenders there teamed up for the tackle, but not before the chains get moved, and we have a 1st and 10.
For a first down.
on the Spaulding 12-yard line.
Tyler Plaisted was the first Spaulding tackler to catch him. And I'm not sure if Michael decided to stay in bounds and try to get some extra yardage, or if Plaisted grabbed him and pulled him in bounds. He didn't let him get out of bounds.
3 receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Michael in the gun, sphere behind him. Toss sweep to the left-hand side. Missed the block on the outside edge, but he still gets ahead for a 2-yard gain.
Good catch, good tackle there by Owen Daigle.
You hear this, see Michael dumping it off to the left, and as you said, the Spaulding defender came up quickly to make that tackle. So gain of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 9. The ball is on the Spaulding 11-yard line as Bedford threatens on their first possession, the first possession of the third quarter. Michael in the gun takes a snap, looks right, looks back to the left. He has the slant pattern, and that's a touchdown to the senior Andrew Chen.
What a way to celebrate senior night.
And you can see his teammates are very happy for him.
9-yard touchdown reception.
11-yard touchdown pass from Joe Michael to Andrew Chen, and they featured him throughout that drive. 3rd reception, I believe, on the drive alone, including that touchdown to cap it off.
41-8 is the score, waiting for the extra point. Oh, fake.
Getting a little practice here. Gudinskis rolls out, and he's going to get into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. I like the call. I mean, some people might say it's running up to score, but they're getting some practice on some trickery here. So you see Gudinskis takes the snap, jumps up pretty quickly.
Well, one thing they might have wanted to do here is it's now a 35-point lead, which puts the game into runtime. It looked like a play. It didn't look like a bad snap that Gudinskis decided to act on.
Yeah, and if George gives us that replay again, you can see he has receivers out in the pattern. That's a true telltale sign that it was a plan, right? If the snap is fumbled by the holder, he'll have to yell, fire, fire. And that's usually a signal to the wing backs and the ends to get out into the pattern. It's usually late, though. You see him pause here, and then he releases. It looks like that's Henrishon getting out very quickly. He's covered, so Gudinskis pulls it down and gets into the end zone on his own. So great individual effort by Andrew Gudinskis to get that 2-point conversion. And now we have a 35-point lead as Joe Michael gets ready for the kickoff. So the Bulldogs make good on their first possession. Michael kicks it deep. Looks like Tyler Plaisted will take that reception and run it back to the 27.
17-yard return there by Plaisted.
Tackle was made by Zach Jones.
And Spaulding will take over on their own, looks like about 28-yard line, excuse me. And now the clock runs with that 35-point difference. So we saw Spaulding switch up their offensive strategy. They were in a tight running type formation, then they started to spread it out with 2 and 3 receiver sets. Now we see a 5 receiver set and I believe a new quarterback. Motion man, fakes the handoff, pitches, quick pitch up the middle there. Number 33, Isaac LaPointe, and he's tackled very quickly behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Andrew Gagney, the senior quarterback, has taken over for Melendez.
He actually had he had a couple snaps in the first half. He went 1 for 2 on passing.
And he might be the more passing-oriented quarterback, where Melendez might be the more run-oriented quarterback. So
A loss there to the 25-yard line, so it looks like about a 2nd down and 12 play here.
So Gagne comes to the line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Looks right. Now passes right on a post pattern. That's too deep for the intended receiver. It was Emmett Colby running a post pattern.
That's incomplete.
Just out of his reach, incomplete, so we'll have 3rd and 12.
Might not have been the best throwing attempt there. There were 2 Bedford defenders in the vicinity there, probably in better position.
2 safeties were deep on that play, so good observation, Harry. They were there, well covered. So 3rd and 12. Gagne in the gun. 2 receivers split right, 1 left. He takes the snap, looks right, passes right. It is complete. Out in the right flat, not nearly enough for the 1st down as Isaac LaPointe was there. And he gets tackled at about the 32 or 33-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 32-yard line. So it is 4th and, say, 6, long 6, maybe short 7. And Spaulding is going to choose to punt here.
Oh, okay.
Harry, what number is that punter?
42.
Well, there's no 42 on the roster, so I'm pretty sure it's number 6, Ryan Hervey, back to punt for Spaulding. He takes a slow snap. Decent punt, end over end. Tagliaferro back to receive it. 1 bounce, he picks it up, makes a juke to his right, back to his left, gets forward for about 2 or 3 yards. And Bedford will take over on their own 33, looks like, for their 2nd possession here of the 2nd half.
Got an update from Salem. We're actually in Salem. 40-14 is the score. The Blue Devils are up in that contest.
Salem's had a strong season there in the South region.
The Bulldogs will start this drive.
Salem is 5-2. I believe they've missed a game.
Yeah, look at that record. Londonderry, Pinkerton, and Salem, between the 3 teams, only 5 losses. So they've had a pretty strong season playing against the West.
And the good news for Salem, especially with a win today, they will lock up at the very least a 4th seed in their tournament, in their South and West Conference axis.
Timeout on the field before Bedford takes their 2nd possession here of the 2nd half. The clock does stop on a timeout, Harry. That's one of the few times it does with this 35-point difference. 3:58 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Our hats off to the girls field hockey team. They finished their season 16-2. A very tough loss to Wyndham in the semifinal, 3-2, after defeating Dover in the quarterfinals.
And we're going to see some changes on the Bedford offense as Danny Black comes in at quarterback. We're going to see Nate Clark here spread wide. Ledger Russell in the backfield behind Danny Black. I believe we have Luke Soden spread out to the left-hand side. So the 2nd team's getting some reps here for the Bulldogs. Black takes the snap, toss sweep. Out to Russell. He makes a couple jukes, gets back, not quite to the line of scrimmage. He'll see a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, he had to really work to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Evaded 1 tackle before getting gang tackled back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him down short by a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here from the 32.
Joey Giannotti on the tackle there, big number 75, senior for the Spaulding Red Raiders. So Black brings the Bulldogs to the line again. 2 receivers set. He's in the gun. Fakes the toss sweep to the left, and he's going to come out to the right. He's got a lot of room. He's to the 40, cuts back, and now he's out of bounds at about the 37, 36-yard line for Spaulding. But nice little fake there by Danny Black, and saw a good hole open up in front of him on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Isaac LaPointe drove him out of bounds after that long carry. They're going to mark him out at the 36-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line, heading in. 2 receivers set again. Danny Black has Ledger Russell behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off. Russell's going to go right up the middle. Takes a couple shots, but gets ahead for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Colby was the tackler there for Spaulding.
You see him here. Black hands it off. Evades a couple of rushers on the outside. Takes a couple shots going right up the middle. Good tough run right up the middle.
2nd and 6.
So 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Black goes back to the huddle. Clock is running, and we have 2nd and 6 on the Spaulding 32-yard line. Two backs in the backfield flanking Black. Luke Soden is split wide left, and Dylan Soden is in the wing left. Black takes a snap, pulls it back down. He's going to get overwhelmed and tackled for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, Lawless for Spaulding with the tackle there.
Came around the right edge of the defense here. Seems like he didn't even really get touched and got into the backfield quite quickly for a loss of 1 on the play. So we'll have 3rd and 7. So we'll see Black, and maybe we'll see a little play action pass. See if he's got some skills there and can get the ball in the air to a receiver. 2 of them are left, 1 is right. Russell is behind Black in the gun.
Looks like a blitz.
Toss sweep to Ledger. Russell, he gets out to the left-hand side, gets the edge, gets forward now, and he looks like he's going to have a first down. Out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, so he's going to move the chains forward. And we will likely get one more play.
Yeah, Spaulding was on the blitz on that play, and they had Ledger Russell trapped, but Ledger kind of froze and made the defense freeze at the same time, was able to restart and get down the sideline for the first.
A little stutter step there for the sophomore as he froze the on-rushing defender. Got to the outside, and one of the wide receivers out there, I believe it was Soden, was coming back behind one of the cornerbacks and did a great job of not hitting him and getting a block in the back penalty. So good choice on that one. Just about 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They will get another snap off, I believe. Black has 2. He hands it off out to the right-hand side. He's got some room there. Big number 20, Alex Gradinskis, gets ahead for what seems like a first down.
He's up to the 11-yard line, so it should be a first.
You see here on the play, a replay, he gets out to the right-hand side. A few missed tackles for Spaulding, and he lumbers ahead down to the 12 or 11-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like the 11. And that will do it for the third quarter. We'll switch ends of the field. Unlike between the first and second quarter, where there was only a 2-yard difference, the 49 to the 49, we'll swap ends and go all the way down to the left side 11-yard line and resume play in the fourth quarter. Bedford leads 43-8.
Playoff soccer tomorrow with the girls. They will be hosting Timberlane right here at Bedford High Stadium. Boy, you said they're going to have 2 inches of rain tomorrow. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be great.
So that's a 2 o'clock start in that quarterfinal. Meanwhile, the girls' JV soccer team, they won their JV tournament. You said they defeated...
They played Merrimack in the final.
And they also beat Pinkerton along the way. So
Pinkerton in the semifinals after a round-robin play. An interesting format there. I was informed before that started that the JV soccer team had not won the tournament ever.
Isn't the soccer game on Sunday?
And the soccer game...
Sunday game? Yeah, it is Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you're right. Sunday. The volleyball game is tomorrow.
Volleyball tomorrow. That's going to be inside. They don't have to worry about rain on that one. But yeah, the girls varsity team for soccer will be taking on Timberlane at 2 p.m. on Halloween. So just enough time for them to get back in some costumes and get some candy.
Let's talk about the crew team. They're going to be competing in the annual Head of the Headless. I've not heard of that competition. The Head of the Headless on the Merrimack River. That's tomorrow, and that's going to be fun with the rain.
Black has the offense back on the field. He's going to pull it down and get tackled for a loss here.
Yeah, Lallis again in the backfield.
Spaulding was quick on the ball on that, and we're going to have, almost a 10-yard loss here on that first down play. So 2nd and 18, looks like.
They're going to mark them at the 20. 8-yard loss on that.
2nd and 18. They're still inside the red zone here. Ball's on the 20. Black will come back into the huddle and see if they can pick up these 18 yards in chunks, or maybe even get into the end zone.
Yeah, they need to get to the 2-yard line at the very least to get a first down.
2 receivers set. Soden in the wing right. Motion man is Nate Clark. They give it to Clark. He's off the right-hand side. Gets hit by 3 defenders, but he'll get down to the 17-yard line or so for a 3-yard gain.
Boy, that really was a slow developing play. With the ball stuck out like that, it clued off the defenders knowing that he was going to get the ball.
Yeah, and it really had to do with timing there. It looks like Black took the snap a little bit early and was waiting there for Clark to get there. So if you can time that up a little bit better, you can get out to the edge quicker and get forward for more yardage.
Still, it's a positive gain there, 3 yards. Or 4 yards. They're going to give him to the 16, third and 16. I'm sorry, on the 18-yard line.
So Black has 2 backs in the backfield with him. 1 split right. He'll hand it off. Coming to the near side. Tackled there was Thomas Rice. Was getting the carry there. So we're going to see 4th down.
Owen Daigle was the tackler.
About 14 yards.
So
this might be a good option for that field goal that you've been talking about. It'd be about a 39-yard field goal, but we are going to see Danny Black run back into the huddle. So no field goal attempt on the 4th and 15 from the 17-yard line. Black has two running backs in the backfield with him. Luke Soden split left. Hands it off to Rice. Rice gets up to the right-hand side. He's fighting ahead forward to about the 8-yard line, but still short of the first down, so we're going to have a turnover on downs. Spaulding will take over on their own 8-yard line as Rice took the handoff there and got some good yardage, but not quite enough.
Short of the first down marker, so it'll be Spaulding's possession.
So turnover on downs here, as Coach Matthews is trying to feature some of his seniors that haven't seen the field or the ball very much throughout the early part of this season. 43-8, Bedford leads. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the game.
We've got another score from Division I. The Exeter Blue Hawks lead the Concord Crimson Tide 42-13 in the 3rd quarter.
Spaulding comes to the line of scrimmage. Take the snap. Gagne is going to go right up the middle. He's tackled by Dylan Soden, but not after a first down rush. And Andrew Gagne will move the sticks for Spaulding.
That run good for a first down.
A tough run there by Gagne, getting up the heart of the defense.
1st and 10 from the Red Raver 19.
3 receivers set again here for Gagne. 2 to the right, 1 to his left. Wing to the right, back in the backfield, offset to the left. He's going to hand it off. And that is Andrew Forbes getting off to the left-hand side.
Another slow developing play there that was easily sniffed out by the Bedford defense.
Still about a 3-yard gain, so he gets up to their own 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there. Some more substitutions for the Bulldogs as they're getting some of their younger players some playing time. Gagne brings the Spaulding offense to the line. Slot right, 1 left. Offset left is Forbes again. Swing pass here out to the right-hand side. That is Emmett Colby on the reception. Doesn't get much, maybe 2 or 3 yards. Quick pass out here to the right-hand side as he flared out. Didn't have any blockers out in front of him, so he met that Bedford defense pretty quickly. So we're still going to see a 3rd and 7 as he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Clock is moving quickly. We're under 7 minutes remaining in the game.
Gagne comes out, slot right, 2 receivers. point is wing right, one split left. Gagne takes a snap, looks in the middle, looks deep, and releases it. And he's got a man, and he's got a reception deep down at the Bedford 41-yard line.
Yeah, Colby's a little hurt.
Colby.
He landed hard, and you could tell it stung him. He's going to be going off to the sideline here, but he held on to the ball.
He sure did. Landed on his tailpipe here, pretty good at the 41-yard line. Snapped his head back, and he headed for the opposite sideline, as that was kind of a rough fall. Right on the tailbone. But not before he catches it and puts the Spaulding offense in Bedford territory for one of the few times today. Gagne has two receivers right, one left, hands the ball off. And that's Forbes going up the middle, and he gets popped by a couple of Bedford defenders at the 39-yard line after a 2-yard gain.
Salem keeps racking up the score. We're still 7 minutes left in the third. It's 54-14 over Merrimack. Blue Devils just flexing their muscles.
Salem will take that one home, and Bedford will likely take this one home. With 5 minutes left to go here in the game, they lead 43-8. Spaulding has a 2nd and 8 on the Bedford 39-yard line. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Wing left. They're going to hand to Forbes. He goes left, gets to the outside, and gets ahead for maybe a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he shook off a tackle by a Bedford defender, and now he's injured on that play. Tackled in a weird way, might have twisted a knee or ankle. But he evaded a tackle for loss and was able to turn into a positive gain. But as you can see, he is on the ground now.
You saw him spin forward there right at the end of the play, and it looked like it was an awkward spin and an awkward plant here. Let's see if we can see it. It looks like it's his right leg. So he takes the handoff. Oh, this is the play before. It's not the same play. This might be it here. So takes the handoff, goes out to the left-hand side, spins away from a tackler, spins away, and then right here he takes an awkward movement there, and that's likely where the injury happened.
Yeah, he got landed.
Spaulding now has a 3rd and 6. Two receivers to the right. Gagne looks right. He feels some pressure, and he's going to get taken down back at the 41-yard line, back to the original. Excuse me, that's going to be a 5-yard loss, a 4-yard loss, so 4th and 10. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the game.
Phil Toscano wearing 41 right now. His usual number is 54.
He was on the stop there, the tackle. So 4th and 10. Spaulding's clearly got to go for it, trailing by 35. Gagne takes a snap, looks right, looks left, now looks down the middle of the field, and that ball's going to be picked off. No, it looked like it was going to be picked off, but it's going to be incomplete.
Which is better because they'll get better field position, but he was throwing that pass into triple coverage.
He sure was. There are plenty of Bedford Bulldog defenders there, 3 of them there, although I have to say that Ryan Hervey was in behind them, so if that ball's a bit deeper, the Bulldogs might have been in trouble. It was underthrown. Bedford defended, and we are going to have a turnover on downs.
So 3 minutes to go in the game, running time.
He can play it off like he did on purpose. That's what I would do.
As we just run off the clock here with Bedford up 43-8.
They'll start this drive at their own 40.
Danny Black here. Taking some instructions from Coach Matthews. Going to go in, run a play. He brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield with him. 1 receiver split left, tight right, wing right. Hands the ball off to Ledger Russell. He's got some room around the right-hand side and a lot of room in front of him now. He's down to the 30, to the 20. Nobody's going to catch him, and he's in for a touchdown.
60 yards.
Ledger Russell gets to the outside on the right side and shows a burst of speed, and then some breakaway speed too as he gets into the end zone and puts the Bulldogs up 49-8 with 2 minutes to go here before the extra point try.
I see Danny Black is out there.
Who are
so
you
will
meeting?
they meeting Joe Black?
Meeting Joe Black here.
So they're going to try a 2 here instead of kicking. And they're just going to kneel it out.
Yeah, Danny Black takes that snap, kneels it down after the 60-yard touchdown run by Ledger Russell. We've seen some of those plays from Ledger Russell earlier in the season on a couple of swing passes. He's shown that burst of speed, shown some physicality on the outside. That time he didn't even get touched though. So the Bulldogs go up 49-8, 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in this one.
And Zach Matthews is showcasing some of the future Bulldogs who will be taking over once the seniors graduate this year. And we can see we've got a lot of talent coming up on the next edition of the Bulldogs.
Sure do, as Ledger Russell is only a sophomore. Sphere ahead of him is a junior, so they do have a lot of talent in the backfield there. Of course, Joe Michael is a senior as a quarterback. Danny Black, who is slotted in there as the backup, is only a sophomore. So some good youth here for the skill positions.
And we have a different kicker in there.
Again, getting experience at the varsity level for several different players for the Bulldogs. Little chip kick goes down to the 30-yard line where it's taken there by Brady English. He'll get up to the 44-yard line.
That was number 85 kicking. I don't have him on my roster, though.
I don't either. I'm imagining that might be a JV player that got pulled up late in the season here. So Spaulding will take over on their own 44 after that electric 60-yard touchdown run by Ledger Russell. Again, several of the younger players for the Bulldogs are getting time here. Gagne brings the Spaulding offense to the line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Back in the backfield with him. And he's going to hand it off. That is Forbes. He gets to the right side, but then is tackled after a 3 or 4 yard gain, maybe 5. Gets up to the 44-yard line after 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Just under a minute to go here, Harry.
Thomas Rice with the tackle there, along with Eli Gomez.
Time ticks down, and this is likely to be final here, so we will see everybody again next Saturday as the Bulldogs will almost definitely, unless something absolutely crazy happens, I don't think anything can happen, but they will likely take on the Exeter Bluehawks in a rematch for the first round of the playoffs. Gagne takes the snap, fakes the handoff, comes back to the left-hand side, is wrapped up at the 45-yard line after a 1-yard gain, and that'll likely do it.
Yeah, it was Rice on the tackle on that play.
20 seconds, 15 now. The band stands up. They're going to play some parting tunes, and we'll play our own parting tunes before we finish up here.
3, 2, 1, and that does it for the regular season.
Congratulations to the Bulldogs as they finish out the season, the regular season here, with a win against Spaulding, 49-8.
7-2 record. Great job.
7-2, and they will face Exeter next Saturday. And they will see who finishes out the bracket in the North and East playoff bracket, as that playoff game, basically a playoff game, happens tomorrow between Goffstown and Portsmouth.
Right, that'll be played at Goffstown at noon tomorrow. It was supposed to be played here, but they moved the game back to Goffstown. And I believe Friday Night Lights will have that game in case you're interested in watching it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much to the BCTV crew, everybody back in the studios.
George Cox.
Bill Jennings on camera tonight. Harry Kozlowski. I'm Corey Munster. Monster Tiger for BCTV. We'll see you next Saturday for playoff football. Have a good evening.